my knees just started bending and my bum just started relatively moving, more or less. And like tears were falling off my face. So I was just like, it just all happened so quickly.
Welcome to Snatched, a Gay Times original series hosted by me, Sam Damshenas, where each week we will be chatting with the eliminated queen of Drag Race UK Season 4. This week it is Sminty Drop. Babes, how you doing?
I'm doing so good. I'm so overwhelmed with all of the outpouring of love and support that I've just had thrown my way all of a sudden. I went from crying to all of a sudden trending on Twitter, and I was like, oh my God, okay, I feel fine now.
Let's talk about that exit, because you've gone viral. I was cackling at my motherfucking screen. Talk to me about that. Talk to me about that exit.
So, the method behind the madness was... So I basically was just in too much of a hysterical fit. I was like, stood down the stage and I was like, okay, so this is happening. I don't really know what to do. And then I was just like, thank you so much for having me. And then I got to the back of the stage and I was like, oh my God, I've not got anything prepared. Like I wasn't expecting to like go this early. So I hadn't like thought of anything. So I just literally turned around and then I saw Rue and I was just like, my knees just started bending and my bum just started relatively moving, more or less. And like tears were falling off my face. So I was just like, it just all happened so quickly. It was another blackout moment. I walked off and I was like, what did I just do? What was that all about?
Sminty, it was pure comedy, because it was truly like devastating. Like we were so sad for you. And then you just go into the most ridiculous, barbaric little dance. It was one of the funniest things I've ever seen on that show. I mean, fans are even comparing it to Vanjie's exit. I mean, does it get any better than that? Does it get any better?
How wild is that? I literally I was up until like 5:30 this morning, like just reading through tweets. I've had 2 hours sleep because all I was doing was like reading through tweets of everyone being like, this is the best exit since Vanjie. I was like, guys, calm down. But also, keep it coming, because it was pretty hilarious.
It's true. I mean, we're used to, people having a prepared saying when they leave, but the way you did that,
do you know what I should have done? I should have literally just turned around and just started doing like the renegade or something, or just a TikTok dance. So for a future queen, if you want to go viral, turn around and just do a TikTok dance and walk off.
Yes. How did you feel after your elimination?
Oh my God, after my elimination, I was so upset. I was just so overcome with emotions. I think the first thing that was like going through my head was, oh my God, like I've gone, because like no one wants to go early. Like we've all got the fantasy of making top 3. So it's like, there is a massive stigma around going home early, but I think the main thing that was going through my head was, oh my God, am I going to have the career that I wanted? Like, I've just done all of this and I've had such high hopes and expectations for myself that am I even going to be able to achieve this now? So everything was just coming down on me at once. I was being my own worst enemy again. I was coming down on myself like a ton of fucking bricks. So it was just, there was a lot of emotions going on. And I think it was also like, knowing I'm not going to be on the bus back to the hotel with all the girls right now. Like I'm not going to be able to see them. I'm not going to be able to be in this experience with them anymore. And I think that literally like ripped my heart out of my chest. But I was also like, I get to go and see my family now. I get to go and see all my girls. And that was like the only thing that got me through that long car journey back home.
Well, it's funny that you mentioned placement, because I feel like Drag Race is like one of the only shows where placement really, in the grand scheme of things, doesn't matter. There's queens who have been 9th, 10th, 11th place who have gone on to do such great things. I mean, look at Nikki Doll as the host.
Nikki Doll was literally like 2nd or 3rd out, and now she's hosting Drag Race France. Like, hello.
Yeah. So would you be up for
maybe I'll start hosting Drag Race Lancashire at some point.
Oh, I'm just about to say that.
I'm just gonna have to say that I'm from somewhere. I was like, guys, like I am actually like a little bit Swedish. Like I'll do Drag Race Sweden. I'm not a little bit Swedish.
So knowing that Baby is a skilled dancer and very comfortable on the stage, how did you feel going into that lip sync?
So basically, like in my head, I was like, okay, I wasn't expecting it to be Baby, but so I think that's why in Untucked, I was just like, I'm gonna motherfucking fight if I have to do this. Like, I'm gonna fight to the death. Like, blah blah. I can do this, because I thought if it was against me and LaPhil, I might have I wasn't sure of like LaPhil's like performing history. Like, I know LaPhil does Sink the Pink, but I wasn't sure on like their full like performing history and how well they would do like in a lip sync. But I knew Baby was like a phenomenal dancer. Like, I've seen that girl move at brunches, and oh my god, I did not want to be up against that. So I was like, okay, if I'm up against LaPhil, I might actually stand the chance of doing this. Like, I might be able to do this. But then when it was announced that LaPhil was safe and it was me and Baby, I literally turned around and I looked directly in Danny's eyes, and I was like, going home. And I was like turned around, and like, I'm sure Rue was like, is she gonna look at us again? And I was just like crying already before the lip sync even started. I was like, I'm going home. This is my time. I might not even bother.
Well, Sminty, can I just say though, you were so much fun to watch that lip sync. I feel like your personality really, really shone.
Yeah.
You shined.
You shooned.
You shooned. How did you feel when you were competing on the stage?
When I was competing on the stage, I was like, oh my God, I hope they're looking at me. Like, they seem to be sort of like evenly looking between us. I was like, okay, maybe I'm doing this. But at the same time, all that was going through my head was, I'm doing such a bad job. Baby's turning it out. I can see her taking her clothes off. Like, I just thought I was doing awful. And like, bearing in mind, I think, do you know what? Watching it back, I watched it last night and I was like, I thought I literally did the worst lip sync ever. And watching it back, I was like, that was a fair fucking fight. Like, that was a fair ass fight. Like, considering I was literally in like 9-inch heels, I was cinched to 19 inches and that hair was ginormous. And then Baby was naked. I was like, all things said and done, that was a fair ass fight.
Oh, it was really good. How could you think it was one of the worst? How could you think it was in the same league as Pearl versus Fame? How could you...
Oh my God, don't. Well, you know what I'm like? I literally was just stood there and I was like, I'm the worst here. Every second, I was like, I'm the worst here.
None of that. You did it extremely well. You did extremely well. And, you know, although you left sooner than we anticipated, surely you take comfort in the fact, knowing that you've given us some of the best looks we've ever seen on the Drag Race UK stage.
I'm honest. If there's one thing I can say about myself, is that I've shown my personality and I've shown some sickening looks. And that's all I can take away from it. Like, I can take away some amazing sisters and knowing that like I've actually put my best foot forward. Well, I mean, not my best foot forward. It would have been better if I wasn't like panicking on stage and not saying anything, if I remembered lyrics and stuff. But I've shown my personality, like, and that's all I really wanted to do. I wanted to show my looks and my personality, and I wanted people to see that like I'm not just this like stern, like painted, horrible person that you might think I am from an Instagram picture. Like, I can get down with the girls. I can get hip and happen with the kids. I can just be as chaotic as you want me to be.
I mean, we have a mutual friend in common. Shout out to Chardonnay. Chardonnay, we love you. So I followed you for a while and I've seen your pictures and I did think, I mean, I admittedly, I did judge a book by its cover probably because I thought, oh, what is she going to be like? But you've shown us that you are goofy and ridiculous, and
I'm a little bit goofy. Shout out Starlet, my girl,
And Sminty, you left looking like that. That was a crowning look, in my opinion. That was
like, come on, give it up for the dress, give it up for the gown, give it up for the hair. If there's one thing, like, again, I get to know that I went home in that look. I get to watch my exit knowing that I was in that look. I get to see myself crying knowing that I was in that look. Like, it could have been a lot worse.
I mean, your exit, you cannot fault it. It was one of the best ever.
I'm a hot mess and I'm living up to the reputation.
Was there anything you didn't get to show on the series that you would have liked to have shown viewers?
The rest of my looks. I literally just wanted to show all of them. Like, everyone needs to keep an eye out for my Instagram. Like, these looks are so amazing, and I'm upset that people aren't going to be able to see like the full vision of it walking down the runway and seeing it in movement, like up and down in the lights. But they were amazing. Like, I'm really excited for people to see them on the gram. But yeah, I'd say that's like the main thing.
If that was your episode 4 look, I am dying to find out what your actual crowning look would have been. I mean, you're gonna have to send it to me over the Instagram now because I don't think I can wait. Actually,
I'll email it you via dark web so no one can find it.
Please. I'm really intrigued to find out who you would have impersonated on Snatch Game.
Oh, so I was going to do, drum roll please. I was gonna do the famous Diana Vickers. The claw hands. I was going to be barefoot with some muddy feet on the table. My hair was going to be a huge bush with twigs and everything in it. And it was just going to be a full set of like cursive language talking about spirituality, you know. People are going to be listening to this like, oh God, it's what a good job she didn't make it as a Snatch Game.
This sounds brilliant. I mean, I've seen Bailey J. Mills's impersonation.
Yes.
Is in my head, I just have Diana Vickers on loop. But I would have loved to see this on the Snatch Game stage. I assume you would have just like sang every response in that kind of tone.
Like sang the responses, but also like I had in my audition when I did it, I did have some funny like one-liners in there. I've completely forgotten what I said now because it's been so long, but there was definitely some funny bits in there that I can't remember. So I mean, they couldn't have been that funny if I can't remember them.
There's always all stars. There's always all stars.
Exactly. So if there's a queen listening to this that's going on season 5, don't do Diana.
Do it.
I'm doing it on All Stars. Okay, don't do it.
Is there anything you wish you did differently throughout your time on Drag Race? I don't want to say I've got regrets. I'm really proud of myself and I can watch it back and be like, I'm so proud of the development that I showed on the show. I'm so proud of how far I came. I'm so proud of getting on the show and what I managed to put out there. But I think like, I don't want to sit and wallow in regret, but also part of me is like, I wonder what would have happened if I didn't try and sort of like reinvent my wheel and I just went for what I felt a bit more comfortable doing personally. Like where would I have been in the competition had I have done that? And I also think I needed to, prior to the show, I felt like I was going to be really good at Drag Race because I considered myself as like a well-rounded person, as much as people on Twitter love to drag me for. They don't think that I am, but I am. Hello. But I think it was more so like I focused so much on trying to be good at Drag Race and trying to be like amazing and be this perfect person that I completely pushed to one side. Like, oh my God, how am I going to cope with my anxiety? Like I've got so much anxiety. And I think that was definitely shown like in the girl group challenge. It wasn't that I didn't know my words. I knew my words off by heart. I was repeating them until like my death. Like everybody else was like, will you stop saying those lines? I was like, it's a good verse. Like, I'm not going to stop saying it. Like, get it into your head. It wasn't that I forgot my words. It was that I instantly knew that like, okay, it's your turn. You can see the lights in front of you. You can see RuPaul looking at you and it's almost like, go. And I was just like, oh my God. And that's exactly what happened in the improv challenge as well. I took the veil off. I saw the lights and everyone staring at me. And I was like, and I just started like shaking and freaking out. And I was like, it was a complete blackout moment. Every time that happened, I was completely like disassociating from my body. And then I woke up at the end of it and I was still on stage in the dark. And I was like, what am I doing? Why am I still here? Why am I still on stage? I was literally looking around like, well, I can't get up now. This is like, they're still talking. I was like, oh my God. And then I was freaking out even more. But I think I needed to stop focusing on trying to be so perfect at everything and be what people want to be and actually focus on what matters. That's like mentally check in and sort this out. Well, everyone fucks up. Everyone freezes. I mean, there's still an interview every now and again where I'm on the call and I'm like, hello? Yeah, literally. We all do it, especially you're in front of RuPaul.
Exactly.
And that week it was FKA Twigs, right? I mean,
my gosh, yeah.
So
inspiration, idol, muse.
What's next for Sminty Drop?
Well, hopefully I'll be dropping onto a runway soon. Like I want to go from one runway to the next. I want to be at Fashion Week. I want to be on magazine covers. Get me in an editorial. This is not the end of the road. It's only the beginning. Like I've been eliminated early, but that means I've got more time to succeed.
Exactly. No, we are going to see you on the runways. We're going to see you killing it at insert fashion week here. I don't know what that.
Please click here to book me at Fashion Week. Thank you.
Right there, right there. Oh, I wanted to ask you. So I know you're a big Charli XCX fan. So when is the come in? Has she tweeted you? Has she mentioned you? What anything?
Okay. If everybody knows me, they know how much I go hard for Charli XCX. Like, she's my ride or die gal. I would literally, if I had a child and she was like, your daughter's so beautiful, I'd be like, yeah, you can have her. Like, I think I put a video out and I was just like, by the way, like, my entrance line was inspired by Charli XCX. For the people who didn't get it, for the girls who know, they know. For the girls who don't, get to know. And then I tagged her in it and she liked it. She didn't respond to it. I'm still waiting for, like, maybe she'll go back to it and she'll be like, oh, sorry, I forgot about this. Like, you're the most famous person in the world. So, like, obviously I'm going to respond to it now. Like, oh, okay, yeah. But she liked it. So she's seen it. She's seen it, guys. She's seen the entrance line. And hopefully I'll be on stage with her next.
Yeah, I mean,
maybe I can teach her the Manchester Mannequin lyrics. Maybe I can learn them myself as well.
We really missed out on seeing Sminty Drop lip sync to Vroom Vroom on the Drag Race main stage. That's what we needed.
Put your hands up. This is a robbery.
Thank you for chatting with me today, Sminty. I'm so sad to see you go so soon, but I know you're going to slay it. Before you go, can you just tell the Gay Times audience, viewers, readers to like and subscribe, please?
Gay Times audience and viewers, this is Sminty Drop from RuPaul's Drag Race UK Season 4. I might be a loser, but you can be a winner by subscribing to Gay Times right now. And put the little notification bell on as well, if there's one around here somewhere.
You have won this week's Maxi Challenge. You've won.
That was literally better than my improv.
You redeemed yourself. You redeemed yourself.
This is my redemption. My Gay Times interview is my improv challenge redemption. I love this for me.
Thank you, Sminty. Thank you.
Thank you so much for having me.
We'll speak soon. We'll link up soon. We're sharp.
Message me on Instagram after this. We'll go for a drink.
Yeah. All right. Bye, babes.
Bye, babes.